Hatemonger.
Alright.
Beak. Pets a beak.
Alright, so it's about 11.
Pets a beak.
It's about 11:30 on Thursday night, October 11th, 2012, and
15 days to my birthday.
Oh yeah. And I am Manslave, and this is for the Validation Warfare YouTube channel. And we're going to watch a video that I found today of a gynocentric hate-mongering bigot who goes by the username of Femitheist, or Femitheist Reborn, and she mentions her name on her website, and like her name's like Krista. Oh gosh, I forget her last name, but she mentions her first and last name. She shows up like on camera. You get to see her face and hear her voice. She's very open about her misandry and her hatred of men. I read a little bit of her blog website where she sums up 9/11 and the War on Terror as being a battle between the radical Muslims and the United States government for who could oppress women the most and who could show that they got the biggest penis. So all you people out there that think you're defending a good thing when you defend feminism and women's rights and all this other bullshit, and you think and you're naive enough to think that women will reward you and make you feel all wonderful and that they're capable of understanding how you feel and honoring your sacrifice in the military, this bitch spits on the grave of the American soldiers, because after all, they're just evil men who oppress women. Man, that's how she portrays you people. Even though she is a radical feminist, I think she mentions she's a member of Radical Hub, which is a group of radical feminists who are perhaps the worst of the worst. And I've heard reports that on Radical Hub, that blog website, that they call for the extermination of men. I mean, I've heard that before, but I haven't really read anything concrete. Well, this woman here, this woman, this poopmouth bigot, this extreme hardcore feminist will tell you in her own words, out of her own mouth, that she wants to. Yeah, that she. Well, anyway, I'm just saying that she wants to exterminate the male population, commit genocide. Okay, well, you need to go pet some. Yeah, you need to pet some, but you won't. So anyway, so this will lay aside the whole. Anyway, and even though she's a radical, extreme feminist, she is actually against the majority of feminists because she views them as too soft and that they are corrupted by man's influence and that they're basically ineffective. So now this video is titled Femitheist Speaks. Allow me to introduce myself, and we're about to play it now. Make sure the volume's up enough.
Femitheist Global Initiative, what a fucking bitch.
So you've not seen this before then?
No.
Okay. Yeah, she'll piss you off.
Oh my god. A crazy fucking cunt.
Hey everyone, my name is Krista, otherwise known as the Femitheist. Some of you may know me from my YouTube account, some of you may know me from my blog, and for some of you this may be the first time you're ever hearing my name at all. Regardless, I'm here to let all of you know, my allies and adversaries alike, that myself, my friends, and my followers are here to reboot the new era of feminism. I'm the overseer of this movement, and I will also be coordinating the events. This time, our movement is about more than just words. It's about actions, about about making a difference and redefining the world. It is a proposed global initiative for population reduction, which will, in a few decades, lead to a worldwide male population of roughly 1 to 10%.
In a few decades.
And prosperity around the world. This
It's a little bit fucking optimistic when you say, in a few decades, like in your lifetime it's gonna happen? Are you fucking serious?
No, she looks like she's in her 20s.
That's what I'm saying, like, but, I mean, it doesn't matter if she's, like, fucking 10 years old. Do you really think that, she says in the next few decades, it's in, like, the next 30 years? Or
20, yeah, 20 to
somewhere
30.
within that, this is supposedly gonna happen. Okay.
population,
Crazy fucking.
and I will also be coordinating the events. This time,
She claims that she's going to oversee.
Yeah, she's the overseer.
And
I like
then-
how she gives herself the title, like all this, supposedly all this is gonna happen, and everyone's just gonna be like, well, you said it first. You should have all the power. Go ahead and have it all. We'll just. She thinks that all these women that are gonna supposedly, be in this movie are just gonna decide that, oh, well, you should be the one with all the power. Like, can you imagine? I guess she thinks that if there's no men, that all women will be, they won't want power or anything. They'll, as long as it's only women, we don't need to worry about who's got the most money and and she's just gonna be like the fucking.
It's like
dictator.
It's like she wants to be Hitler and wants to have control over the Third Reich.
Yeah, pretty much. And she expects basically, it's like I called it. I'm the overseer.
And she says that she's going to oversee the events to make sure it happens.
Okay, go ahead, bitch. Go ahead.
All right, there we go.
It is about more than just words. It's about actions, about making a difference and redefining the world. It is a proposed global initiative for population reduction, which will, in a few decades, lead to a worldwide male population of roughly 1 to 10% for the purpose of peace and prosperity around the world.
Can you believe she wants to have genocide against the male?
Because it's for peace, man.
Oh, she wants to kill off almost all men on planet Earth for the purpose of peace and prosperity.
Can you just see it happen? Okay, let's say it happens, and it's we finally got it down to 1 to 2%, and there's still fucking all these horrible things happening. What's gonna? Oh shit, we were wrong. My bad. Let's start over. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you really think that if you got rid of all, most of the men on the earth, that everything would just be all peachy keen and fine and perfect?
And then but see, because there's all the mechanization and automation, she thinks, well, we don't need men anymore. We got all these machines to do everything for us.
Yeah,
but
who's gonna take care of the machines?
Exactly. They eventually break down. And
are you saying that all these women of the new fucking initiative are gonna learn how to do all these jobs and actually do them and do them right?
Exactly,
because they don't want to fucking do that. They don't, it's not.
Because they take gender studies in college instead of engineering.
If they actually cared about this shit, they wouldn't be going to school for a fucking free ride and taking a goddamn women's studies course. They'd be getting degrees in engineering, sciences, and math.
Chemistry, science, electronics, industry. Which
isn't to say, I'm sure there's some women that do take those, but you don't really fucking hear about that. I mean, most of the time, most of the women I know that, I don't know very many women, but most of the chicks that I do know have gone to college for the humanities. And specifically gender studies and stuff like that. The other, and then the other cases I've seen that they go to for nursing. They just go, that's pretty much it.
In medical
nursing,
profession.
And by medical profession, an easy medical profession.
Yeah,
they don't go to be a fucking doctor. They go for nursing.
No, because they don't want to be on call. And
exactly.
Most of them do go into nursing.
But it's either around here. It's
especially,
yeah, it's a lot of nursing. I'd say in a city setting, an urban setting, there'd be a lot more of these poop mouths that want to go for gender studies
and administrative jobs. Who want to be everybody's boss and tell everybody what to do, and then whenever they fail, they bitch about the glass cliff.
Mhm.
All right, more poop mouther.
population.
Come on.
And for some of you, this may be the first time you're ever hearing my name at all. Regardless, I'm here to let all of you know, my allies and adversaries alike, that myself, my friends, and my followers are here to reboot the new era of feminism. I'm the overseer of this movement, and I will also be coordinating the events. This time, our movement is about more than just words, it's about actions, about making a difference and redefining the world. It is a proposed global initiative for population reduction, which will, in a few decades, lead to a worldwide male population of roughly 1 to 10% for the purpose of peace and prosperity around the world. This population reduction is the only logical long-term solution. Our plan is one of the
Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. It's the only logical long-term solution.
Sounds like Hitler talking, right? The feminist version of Hitler?
Pretty much. But it's just, it's fucking, I don't know, it's like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Like, how fucking goddamn dumb is she? Like, does she really think that...
Well, look at her. I mean, does she look like she has brains?
No! Let's say it looks like she's got bottom looks her whole fucking life. Probably got, you know, something happened to her that made her decide that, you know, like...
She probably got friend zoned. At least
once.
Could
be. I mean, when a dude gets friend zoned, you see all, you know, he just has to...
He has to suck it up and deal with it if his ass don't want to go to the penitentiary.
But if, you know, like, in your case, like Rena, if a woman gets friend zoned, it's just, you know... Just do like fucking hissy fit.
Oh,
and
like, yeah, I know. And she told me that whenever I grow up, then I can be with her.
Yeah. She's waiting a fucking while. Because that's her, you know, supposed criteria. Because in order for you to grow up, you have to bow to her and do what she tells you.
Grovel and submit. I mean, that's just...
I just like how she thinks that... just hearing her say, "No, I'm the overseer," it's like I'm hearing a child, like, playing on the playground. "Well, I'm the overseer today," you know, like they're playing some game. And, "Well, I want to be the overseer, me!" And, like, she calls it first, so she, you know, "Oh, okay, well, here's your title. You can preside over the entire fucking new country." It'd probably be like, it would be an NWO. It'd be like a global poop-mouthy metropolis, and it'd be all women of the same country and faith, and our faith is our sisterhood, and we love everything and each other.
I mean, it's like this poop mouth thinks that she's Tyler Durden.
Pretty much. I mean, honestly, I just like how she supposedly thinks that it sounds stupid. It's unrealistic to think, "Oh, in the next couple of decades." She doesn't say fucking centuries. She says decades. Like, yeah. Okay. Seriously, I want to track her, like, suppose that, you know, she's going to oversee the events. I'd like to see what these events are, because unless their events are, let's go out and, like, literally go on a killing spree and kill only men.
Like Valerie Solanas did.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they're going to go Valerie Solanas and just go on widespread, like...
Rampage, postal shit.
Yeah, countrywide, like, all women murdering men, like, that's the only way that's going to happen. I mean... Unless she, does she think she's going to pass a law that says, "Well, let's see, it's about noon, we need the next batch of men to come into the gas chambers." Like, what does she think, is she going to design some, like, efficient, like, killing machine that men are somehow just going to willingly walk into? I mean, they probably would willingly walk into it for pussy, like most of these guys, if they're told, like, "Oh, we go in this room, there's pussy in there." A lot of these fucking man-giants would, but, like, what does she think is going to... What's her grand fucking scheme?
And this is the bitch that I was reading her blog where she was saying that 9/11 was basically, you know, which group of men could oppose women the most. This is the same bitch I was talking
about. Women the most, you mean?
Yeah, you know, she was saying that 9/11 was about which group of men, whether it was Al-Qaeda or the U.S. government, could oppress women the most. And she's also the same bitch that puts Catherine Q. Becker on her list as number 3 of the most influential and bravest women, like, in society.
So would I be labeled as a brave man if I just went out and, like, cut some chick's tits off? Or, like, would I mean, cause that's how men judge, you know, bravery, right? Like, if basically for hating and mutilating women, I would be honored, right? Like, if I went and did that, like, if I went out and cut some chick's tits off and put them in a garbage disposal, I'd get, like, a high five from society, right?
No, I mean,
sure?
You'd be regarded as worse than Hitler.
Oh, that's weird. Wonder why.
As about making a difference in redefining the world. It is a proposed global initiative for population reduction, which will, in a few decades, lead to a worldwide male population of roughly 1 to 10% for the purpose of peace and prosperity around the world. This population reduction is the only logical long-term solution.
Long-term solution. So you don't have to fucking rewind it. It's a long-term solution. Point is, what I was going to make, okay, if men are going to be from 1 to 10%, how small is women's percentage going to be? That's what I'm
like the way she talks about it, she doesn't want to change anything in the amount of female
population. So there's going to be billions of fucking women, and like, you know, not very many men. Well, you know, men are just common farms anyway. They'll probably just, you know, milk them for jizz to pop out kids, murder the men when they're born. Like, how is that even gonna? Like, is that her fucking? It's just. And then you're gonna have all these poop mouths all over the goddamn world that want some dick, and there's not gonna be enough dick to go around. What are they gonna do?
They're all gonna be lesbians, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And you know what the good thing about this is?
With
no men to fight and bicker with and to oppose, they'll have to turn on each other. That's the good thing.
That's true. And I thought you were gonna say with no men to like fight and bicker with. You were gonna say like that they would be able to be free to do all the stuff they've always wanted to do, and they'll make new technologies and new cities and new all this cool stuff that they can't make now.
Although women,
you know, it's funny because this is all like, you know, we don't get to, basically the way her line of thought is apparently she wants to kill these men because they're so detrimental to women, right?
And
like,
society, yeah.
Yeah, in society, but mainly women. I mean, she's looking at it from a fucking woman's perspective. Well, it's funny because that DVD we gotta watch after this, it says the complete opposite, that women got all these opportunities and it's gonna be a bright future for women, and they finally get out from under the, you know, the burden of men. It's like,
well, you know what?
Oh my god.
Well, you know how women statistically show automatic own group preference, such as they only want women to be teachers because, you know, because only women are sensitive enough for children's needs and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then they only want women in the workplace because that means that there won't be any more sexual harassment and other bullshit, right?
Wow.
Okay. Yet, as Esther Viller mentions, the reason why, well, actually, Esther Viller talks about how women will turn on each other so easily, and how women, what they do when they try to steal. Esther Viller talks about in her book, The Manipulated Man.
While you do this, I'm going to start the next transfer.
She talks about how when a woman steals a man from another woman, she's not doing it for the sake of her own pleasure of having that man.
It's to get back?
It's actually to hurt the other woman who currently has the woman that's being stolen.
Wow.
That's what Esther Viller talks about, and it's like, it's true. That's what happened last year, right at about a year ago, between me, Rena, and my former owner, because Rena, your cousin, got into basically a conflict and was basically over the internet through Facebook fighting with my former owner over who gets me.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it in action or whatever. It's just, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, Esther Viller talks about it in her book.
But, what was I going to say about the, goddamn. Oh, yeah, it's like, you know, for the video or whatever. It's like the other day, this is not really pertinent to what you're saying, but you mentioned Manipulated Man. It's like, oh, yeah, it's a great book from what I've read, but good luck finding it in your local bookstore. I mean, you pretty much got to have fucking order it online, because the other day I went into Books A Million, and I asked the woman at the desk, like, oh, can you help me find a book? She's like, and I was like, oh, it's called The Manipulated Man, and she didn't ask for the author name, so I didn't give it to her, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because she looked, and it's like, The Manipulated Man? Because I'm pretty sure she had, like you mentioned to me, the book, The Manipulative Man.
Yeah, the manipulative man, like the man is doing the manipulation.
Yeah, and was asking me, like, yeah, I want to buy a book that's going to make me hate my own gender. Yeah, let me get that. But yeah, I didn't have the fucking book. Didn't have the book I wanted, but they most likely had the opposite of what I needed.
Now, Kobo, which is the Canadian competitor to Amazon, apparently they're pretty friendly toward Esther Viller because they give on Kobo's e-readers, they give you Esther Viller's book, The Manipulated Man, for free. It came on my e-reader.
Do you think it's because they agree with it, or just because it's is it public domain now?
You know, well, on Kobo's website, when they talk about that e-reader that I got of theirs, they say it's like a bonus that it comes with 100. It comes preloaded with 100 public domain books, and they say public domain books like Sun Tzu's Art of War, or Through the Looking Glass, or all these things that predate copyrights, and you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And they give them to you. It's like a value. It's like, yeah, we want you to read, and we're giving you something to read. So you buy our e-reader, and we're giving you a bunch of free stuff to read and all that. I don't know if Esther Viller's book, titled The Manipulated Man, I don't know if that's public domain or not, but it came on my e-reader, and you know, I don't entirely know why, and so they act like they're pretty friendly toward her. Now, Amazon is pretty friendly toward her because when you go to look for The Manipulated Man, it comes up like in the top search results, and then they got like some kind of promo deal, or you know what I'm saying? They really present it to you, and they make sure that you really notice it.
So Amazon's friendly to him, but you said,
pretty much, yeah.
You said Barnes & Noble isn't, though?
That's correct. When I looked at Barnes & Noble, Esther Viller as an author did not show up, and neither did The Manipulated Man. However, what showed up in the results is The Manipulative Man, you know, like the man is being manipulative, and that's the only thing that would show up. And
So anyways, poopmouthering.
Yeah, let's see how much time we got on the camera. Alright, we got 7 minutes. So we'll have to refrain from commenting right until the video's finished.
Our plan is one of pacification and submission, and many of these short-term solutions are already underway in the Western world, so we are confident in our ambitions. We will be teaming up with members of the well-known organization Rad Film Hub. This time we will not allow ourselves to be distracted or hindered by groups like the men's right movement and the mainstream feminists. They are no concern to us.
No, I'm gonna.
It doesn't matter if you're fucking concerned. Like, it doesn't matter if you think they're like, well, we're not concerned with it. Like, it doesn't matter if you're fucking concerned with it. Like dismissing them. Like, I can't do anything about it. It's like,
oh, like she's even like, in a way, it's like she's against most feminists.
Well, she is, because she even says that. But the point, you know, I don't really give a fuck if she's against feminists, because she's not against them the same way we are.
That's right.
She's actually worse.
Yeah, she
normal.
considers them to be ineffective and therefore part of the problem.
They're not, you know, wiping out men. But it's like, you know, bitch, I want to know how old this bitch is, because honestly, I really love how she just apparently thinks that she's some, like...
early to mid-20s,
like, yeah, like, what could you possibly... I don't even know. I just, like, how could you even...
And she's aligned herself with Radical Hub.
Yeah.
Which is
I think she just wants to be in a fucking cool club, you know? I think she just thinks it's some cool club to go get in and hate men or whatever. And, I mean, really just, she's so unrealistic about it. Like, what the fuck are you going to do to bring about this change? Apparently it's already in effect. It's like, yeah, there's a ton of poop mouth misandry, but not the kind of shit you're talking about, so what are you supposedly going to do to change that? Like they're no concern. It's like, you know what? You're of no concern to fucking anyone, because really, like, what are you going to do?
And, like, yeah...
Like, really, at this point, what could you do to make it worse?
So this validates what I've heard about Radical Hub, that group of radical feminists on the web, and how they talk about... I've heard these stories about how these radical feminists on a website called Radical Hub, and how they want to exterminate almost all men on planet Earth.
Well, I read I don't know if it was from
and that they want to boil men and turn them into glue.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna mention that. I was like, I didn't know if that was from there or not, but I read that one article, and yeah, they were talking about how, well, what should we do with them? We shouldn't just waste them. We can make them into glue products. LOL. And then someone's like, that's a good idea, sister.
So now, apparently, there are people like that on Radical Hub talking about that, because this bitch right here, you get to see her video, hear her voice, and she mentions her name, and what she's saying is right in line with what the radical feminists say on Radical Hub.
And they will not send her away. So to
I
all
can't believe that.
Rad Film Hub, this time.
Here we go. Come on, go.
Most Global Initiative for Population Reduction,
Oh,
which
fucking God.
to 10% for the purpose of peace and prosperity around the world. This population reduction is the only logical long-term solution. Our plan is one of pacification and submission, and many of these short-term solutions are already underway in the Western world, so we are confident in our ambitions. We will be teaming up with members of the well-known organization Rad Film Hub. This time we will not allow ourselves to be distracted or hindered by groups like the men's right movement and the mainstream feminists. They are
You know what's funny is she supposedly, you know, oh, I want to stop all this violence because I just care about peace. That's why I'm going to kill all these men. It's funny because in that DVD, they talk about how violence between women towards each other is like up from 60% between like I don't remember what time frame it'll say on there, but within a certain time frame it's up 60%. Like it. I didn't get to the part of it where they talk. It's like at the beginning of it, they you know give you these like, oh, this is what you know to interest you, and then later they'll probably go into more depth, but it's only an hour long, so I don't know. But they you know they actually talk about women being more violent now than they were, so you know, and I'm sure that the fucking statistics will show you that women are fucking violent towards each other
Because they know they'll get away with it.
Exactly.
Let's check this out.
no concern to us, and they will not send her away. So to all the people out there who disagree, Paul Ellum, John the other, Girl Writes What, their friends and followers, you can't stop us, and you will not define us, so don't even waste your time. After this week, you will all see an immense increase in the number of supporters and followers for this movement, and I personally can assure you of that. I know for a fact it will happen. We'll also be laying out more specific plans and meeting with our members and affiliated allies in the coming weeks and months. Stay tuned and be aware.
Oh, you fucking bitch. Like, literally, she can't even bear to even fucking close her video without, you know, showing that she has a vagina. Like, oh, look at me, man. Like, oh my god. And fucking... But you said you sent a link to Girl Writes What, and really, like, it's good that you did for one thing, because
She'll see that you know that.
But she specifically mentioned it as like
specifically mentioned Girl Writes
What. You can't stop us, man. It is like Saturday morning fucking cartoon, like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like it's Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, you will not stop us. The men's rights movement will not stop us.
And like she's sitting in some fucking chair like Dr. Claw or whatever. Like what the fuck, bitch? Like, so you might as well not even try. It's like, oh, okay, so there's gonna be, you know what? She's right. Let's just let her do whatever she wants.
And
I mean, she's a woman. Let's let her do what she wants now.
And I sent the link to I sent the link to Girl Writes What. I sent it to Barbarossa. I sent it to Stardust. That cynical cynicism. I sent it to Rocking Mr. E. I sent it to I sent it to Man Woman Myth, Bernard Chapin, and a few others. And I hope her video and her channel does not get flagged, because I want everybody to see how this bitch is and all her shit.
I like how supposedly, you know, like, oh, there's going to be so many members joining up, and... Okay.
Oh, no, I hope. I mean, I want people to see all this stuff, so I was itching. I
like how she also mentions that there's... What did she say that bugged me? Well, okay. The idea that makes me laugh is imagining that, you know, within the next week, like, apparently every woman...
I mean, it's like she's Osama bin Laden and she's carrying out terror attacks.
She's hiding in a fucking cave somewhere and, like, you know, getting... But apparently all women, you know, like, throughout the country...